Hey guys, Sharpend here. In this video I'm going to show you how to create an ethnic bell pluck using Massive X. It sounds something like this. In addition to that, I'm also going to show you how you can use it to create big atmospheres that sound something like this. So in order to create that sound, the first thing I'm going to do is to change both oscillators into sine waves. Like that. Now I'm going to go to envelope 1, which is the volume envelope, and I'm going to create a Pluck envelope by removing the sustain, reducing the shape, increasing the decay time, and increasing the release so that we get something like this. And now I'm going to focus on the second oscillator, and I'm going to pitch it way up so that it sounds atonal, something like this. And I'm also going to add some phase modulation to give it some more of a bell sound by introducing some more high-end frequency content, like this. Now let's go back to oscillator number 1. I'm going to enable the phase modulation as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use envelope number 3, which is an exciter envelope. So that means that it goes up really fast and then goes back down really fast as well. To add some attack time to our sine wave using the phase modulation. It sounds like this. And I'm also going to do the same thing for our second oscillator. And now I'm going to go to the low pass filter and I'm going to low pass it by a bit. And as you can see, I removed the keyboard tracking because we don't need it. But I'm going to use this keyboard tracking to make a more subtle version of it, so that just for the very high notes, we can still get some high-end content. So let's add a bit more. Something like this. That should be enough. And now I'm going to increase the resonance by a bit. And now I'm going to add Anima. And the most important thing here is to set the rate to be the lowest as possible. And now we're going to find the pitch that makes our attack click sound the most interesting. Something like that. So now we can add some noise. I'm going to go to environment and choose the T-Bell one. And I'm also going to go to routing. And I'm going to make sure that this noise oscillator doesn't go through Anima, because we'll introduce some weird phasing sounds. And we want the raw organic recording of this noise. And in addition to that, we can also add some bubbles noise, but very low, because it doesn't go through the low pass filter. So we just wanted to introduce some high-end content, but not too much. Something like that. And now we can go back to our keyboard tracking and see how we can refine it so that we can hear some more of the T-Bell noise. Something like that. As you can hear on the very high notes, it starts to sound like a lot of bells together. And now we can add some effects. We can add some reverb. So I'm going to go to the Jazz Hall preset, and I'm going to set the size to be pretty small. Let's try that stage one. This one sounds a bit better. And now I'm going to add some delay as well. I'm going to sync it. And I'm going to set it to this setting. I'm going to increase the feedback and reduce the mix by a bit. And now I'm going to add another reverb. And I'm going to set the mix to be all the way down and the preset to Wanderlust. The size to be all the way up. And then I'm going to assign a macro to the mix of it and to the mix of our first reverb, so we can increase both of these to create a very big soundscape out of this sound when we want to. So right now it sounds like this. And then once we introduce the reverb, it sounds like a really big soundscape. And then once you play really high notes, you can add some more interesting characteristics thanks to the timbre noise, like these. And as you can hear, these add a lot of very nice high-end content. And that is pretty much it. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments below what subject you want me to cover up next time.